Okay, so welcome. We're going to be talking today about one-on-one appointments, taking down the target. So I want you to get out a paper and a pen and take down some really great notes. There's 3 things that I want you to remember when you're taking down a target. Number 1, you need to be organized. Number 2, you need to be prepared. And number 3, you need to be different. You got to be different from the competition. And this segment is going to take you through a journey of how to really take down that target. When I was in title sales for 20 years, I realized my first few years in the business, I was not converting targets to clients. I always wondered why. And a big part of it was I let them dictate the meeting, or I wasn't prepared, or I was nervous, or I didn't bring enough stuff, or maybe I went on an appointment and I just told them everything. So I just didn't have a good structure. So this today is where it really got my mind right, saying, you know what? If I want to be a top producer, I got to act like one. So I created these different various steps to help take down a target. The first step is this. When you're talking to people and you're booking appointments, don't be readily available. Try to book your appointments out 3 to 5 days. You know, next week, let's get together next week. Try not to say, let's get together today or tomorrow. It just sounds like you're too available or too desperate. We don't want to give out that vibe. So 3 to 5 days. Number 2, when you have an appointment with someone, you need to do a 24-hour text message to confirm the appointment in advance. So 24 hours before, you can say something like, hey, John, just want to confirm our appointment tomorrow at 2. Looking forward to seeing you and, take care, that kind of thing. Something quick and easy, looking forward to seeing you, send off the text. The next thing is, when you walk into an appointment, oh man, do you have to walk in with confidence. Let's talk about confidence really quick, okay? When you're walking into the appointment, people are getting your energy. They're feeling you right in that moment. Have your shoulders back, chest up, head forward. Get ready for that nice, strong handshake. When you grab their hand, I want you to sit down, say, John, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate you meeting with me. Okay, pause on that. In your hand, you should have a few things. 2 pens, 1 highlighter, you should have a questionnaire, and you should have a checkoff list. These 5 items need to be in front of you, okay? This is your kryptonite. And why do I bring that up? Because whoever walks in that door should be exactly like Superman or Superwoman, right? Feel the cape on your back, have the energy flowing through your veins. Anybody who sits in front of Superman or Superwoman, they're going to want to hear what you have to say. Bring that confidence. And how do you get confident? Is practice. Look at your questionnaire. Know what questions are coming. Look at that checkoff list. And the checkoff list, you guys, is all the things that you offer to somebody that you call a client. All of your tools, all of your services, best practices, secret sauces, Connect Now, any apps you've got, any little tchotchke things that you've got for maybe open houses or listings or any of that stuff, it should all be on your checkoff list. I encourage you to have at least 2 pages worth on there so that when somebody gets the checkoff list, they're like, wow, where have you been all my life? Okay, so we want to be really confident like Superman or Superwoman, right? So you're going to go in, you shook their hand, you've got your items in front of you. Thank you so much for your time, John. If you don't mind, I'm going to ask you a couple questions about your business so I can get to know you better, and then we're going to go over my best practices and the tools that I offer. Okay? He's going to say okay. At this point, you're going to start asking these questions. And now you are going to be the one writing the answers on these questions. And anytime you hear a crack in the story or you feel like they didn't answer it maybe where it should be, like when you say, how many deals have you gotten out of your farm area? And they go, well, 1 or 2 deals. You know that's low. So I want you to circle that number on the questionnaire. Circle that number so that you can go back to it later. But I don't want you to go back. I don't want you to be onto it right now. Just keep answering all the questions. Answer, right? All your answers there. Now, when you're done, how many did you circle? How many numbers did you circle after you went through the questions? Let's say there's 12 questions there and you circled 5. Okay, make a 5 at the bottom and circle it. So there's 5 things here that are of interest to John. Put it aside. The next thing is the checkoff list. Then I would say, John, here is a page or 2 of all the best practices, tools, services, and secret sauce that I provide to my customers. I'd love for you to take advantage of these as well. Here it is, and here is a pen. If you don't mind, can you check off the ones that interest you? And don't worry, this is the most important thing, you guys, right here. Don't worry, John, we are not going through everything today. Now John's going to take it. He's going to check away on the list, and he's going to hand it back to you. Now you're going to look at it. I want you to count the check marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, great. Put an 8 at the bottom and circle it. Here is my side note for you guys. Make sure they do check 8 or more, because if they do less than that, there's not a lot to cover. So we want them to do 8 or more. Now, in that sitting, write this down. You are only going to discuss with John 2 to 3 of the items he checked off. So pick some of your best stuff, pick some of the nuggets, and go over in detail with him and say, okay, that's why you have your highlighter. Open the highlighter and highlight the 3 that you're going to talk about. You know what I did? I wrote the date next to it, so I know where I left off when I go to meet with him in the future. Go over those 3 tools. Talk about it. Get into it. Talk about the stats. Talk about the key points. Tell him how to get started. Maybe mention if there's a contract or not. Talk about the different details about it that spark his interest. Now, don't overload him, but give him enough for him to go, that interests me. Okay? Now, appointments shouldn't be taking hours. Your appointment time, you guys, really should run you about 30 to 45 minutes tops. And if it's going over, maybe we need to focus more on getting down to business. So yes, in the beginning, you're getting to know them. You can ask any other questions that you want on your questionnaire. Just know that as well. So make sure you're very purposeful when you're doing your questionnaire and your checkoff list. When you're done, you share, say, you know what, John, I know you're busy. I'm going to run out to another meeting right now. I'm going to send you an email, an overview email of what we covered today, and anything that I need to order for you or get started will be in there as well. I look forward to the opportunity to earn your next order, and thank you so much for your time today. So that concludes our segment for today. Make sure that you took great notes. You can always rewind me, and we are going to be focusing more on this topic in our next calling session. Hope you have a productive few weeks, and I'm looking forward to connecting you soon. Thank you.